Leave your comments on the Ask Reddit sub, and I'll read your answers on the next episode of LWIAR 2. What are some guy secrets girls don't know about? Sometimes we use the stream of our pee to try and clean poop stains on the bottom of toilet bowls. Ever try to buzzsaw through a turd via power piss? Billy Mays here with the power piss. Now you can harness the power of your pissing velocity thanks to the first ever penile attachment. Specifically designed to increase your peeing pressure. It puts the sigh into pissing. Rip Billy Mays. Chaotic good edit. Heck, my Reddit cherry got popped. I missed a per millisecond. This is more neutral good. What's chaotic about peeing in the total bowl? Chaotic. Pee is the devil's lemonade, as my dear old granny always used to say. Haven't peed in a decade now and have never felt closer to God. My life is a serene orderly bliss since giving up that old vice. For those wondering how this might be done, I simply eat 25 triple sauce mango habanero wings from Buffalo Wild Wings each evening, and any excess fluids are discharged through my butt the following morning. Thanks for asking and good luck. I had a girl tell me that my haircut looked nice. I've kept that same haircut for 4 years since then. Edit. Hey, thanks for my first gold and silver. Rad. Edit 2, platinum. Thank you so much. You're a legend. Dude, I got a compliment about some shorts I was wearing that I was unsure if they look good or not. Those are now my favorite shorts. 15 years later, I'd really like my husband to stop wearing the first shirt I ever complimented him on. It's too small and has holes in it, but I can't throw it away and he always finds it. Went on a cruise in high school with our music department. Used a friend's cologne. Not only did some girls in our party compliment me, a random woman also asked what it was so she could buy it for her husband. Teenage me thought it was the real-life Sex Panther, made with bits of real panther. That's the only cologne I bought for years. Edit to add. For those asking what it was, a lot of people have said it's probably Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. It's been a long time, so I don't want to tell you it's 100% that and it smell like booty. So proceed at your own risk. Just because we're in the shower for an abnormally long time doesn't mean we're jerking off. Guys like to have long hot showers too, ya know. Most guys don't even know this. It's like, frick, let me win all my past arguments in peace without getting called a wanker. Yeah, it's freezing AF outside the shower. There has been times that I've tried to get out of my shower. Felt the cold air from outside the curtain hit me. Then proceeded to get back in and turn the water back to hot. Yeah, sometimes I just zone out and stand there for like 5 minutes. 40 asterisk. Hours asterisk. It's not that we can't take hints. We are just afraid of looking too far into something. If someone is flirting with me, I have the dilemma of, is she actually into me or is this just how her personality is? Quote. I live in the north and whenever I hear a girl call me hun or sweetie, which is very rare here, it's always super flattering and I can completely see how you got that impression. Exactly. Take the hint and it was what we thought. Good. Flirting successful. Take the hint and I was wrong. Relation with her ruined. Entire group shames me until the heat death of the universe. Edit. IDIDNT meant my friends shame me but other people more close to her will for sure. It's like something I saw on Reddit a while back. 1. Girls don't casually compliment guys because chances are it won't be taken as platonic. 2. Guys tend to be complimented so rarely they assume it's not platonic. I feel like I probably butchered it from the original but hopefully that makes sense. Yet better play it safe and do nothing. Exactly. I find this strategy also helps a lot with accumulating years worth of regret and sadness to look back on during happier times. Boners don't automatically mean arousal. That will never be said enough. Edit. I hate this comment simply because it made me miss my 69,420 karma mark. True, most of the time I'm not even aware of it happening. When it somehow touches the zipper on your pants and you instantly contemplate suicide. Nice try, BuzzFeed. Yeah, like why the hell do I keep stumbling on what seem like legitimate articles all over the internet that reference Reddit users as a primary source of factual information? Yes and please, for the love of all that is good and holy, let teenage boys and girls have their alone time and privacy. They aren't doing drugs. They're probably touching themselves and processing the emotions related to it all. My mom was freaking out when my brother suddenly had our long showers. He's just figuring himself out. He'll be out soon. Also, just not rushing into your kid's room in general. One day they're gonna run in there without knocking first and just catch an eyeful of dick. There is no lock, so please knock, or you might see pen 15. Cannot stress this enough. Do you know how awkward it is to have your mum wake you up and tell you to get straight out of bed? To do something. Let me deal with my pitch tent before I get out of bed, please. I was sick when I was in my early teens maybe, and my neighbor and a couple other girls that I was friends with in the area stopped by to see how I was because I had been down and out for a few days. I'm in my room with all the curtains drawn feeling like I'm dying and under like 3 thick blankets. My mom thinks, let's let them in and they can see for themselves. She lets them into my room and tries to tell me to get up, that I have company. When I just grunt dismissively, she grabs the covers and rips them back so I can't try to roll over and bury myself in them. Thankfully I had a shirt and pajamas bottoms on, but I can never understand her thought process after all these years as to why she thought that was a good idea. Female here. Mom used to do that to me too. I moved out for a few years, got engaged, and it fell through, and I moved back in with her for a short while at 25. And she went back into her old habits. I am her daughter, and this is her house, so she can go wherever she wants whenever she wants. She knocks on my door. I was halfway through saying hold on, and she just barged in. I was naked. It was awkward. I didn't even try to hide it. She did this and she can deal with the consequences. She started waiting for the okay to come in after that. Edit. Fairly Odd Parents battering ram. U2.be. I'm respecting your privacy by knocking but asserting my dominance as your parent by coming in anyway. When girls don't do anything and expect us to just take charge. Like I got no problem long as I have some form of acknowledgement that you are down for that. Nothing equals no for me. I grew sick of guy standards when dating. Sister set me up with a number of a friend. We text off and on for a week. Went on a simple coffee date. But I wasn't feeling it so I never pursued anything after that. Apparently she was upset and wanted to hear from me again. And my sister told me what I did was rude. Why? I had no interest in seeing her again. Was already 3 dates in with another girl I liked more. And he's now my wife, so clearly I made the right call. But what bugged me the most? She had my number as well and could have texted me herself if she was interested in a second date. That's not how it works. You're the guy. You text or call her. Right. Which I didn't do. Which should tell you and her how I felt the date went. I'm so scared to fucking crap up on this one and she's giving the weirdest signals. What kinds of weird signals? She's sending him memes from Instagram. I like hugs. Freaking degenerates SMH. The occasional longest stride to attempt to inconspicuously adjust our balls. Yeah, we know that one and it isn't that subtle. Rah rah Rasputin. Lover of the Russian Queen. We can't move our penis without closing our butthole. Edit. Thanks for all the silver and the gold. This is really blowing up. Help, I can't stop. Dude, this is revolutionary. I've never realized. I'm gonna wait for people to deny that they tried this. I'm pooping. Have made a mess but confirmed. Edit. LMFAO, my most upvoted comment, and it's an admission of a live poo plus PE incident. C'est la vie. And thank you for the Aurelian blessing, kind stranger. You just made men all over the internet clench their butt. That's power you can't buy. Our shitty superpowers. I'm a female and clenched. Dunno why. Did your penis move? We don't get the hint. Saying, I almost broke my neck in the driveway is not the same as asking us to shovel it. In my mind I'm thinking thanks for the heads up. I'll be careful. Subtle hints do not work. Obvious hints do not work. Anything short of speaking it out ABC style at us will not work. When I try to pick up on hints I get it wrong almost every time. Can confirm. Source. Good friend colleague at work asked me if I noticed anything different about her. I said it looked like she lost weight. She followed that up with I'm 5 months pregnant. Edit. Words. Well, the good news is what you said is the opposite of what would have gotten you killed. Edit. Added 3 letters. If it is hot outside, and you see a guy do some wacky dance, they are just unsticking their balls. You fool. You've destroyed us. Some 4D chess there. I'm not staring at you. I'm zoned out thinking about how I'd start a brewery in medieval England whilst my eyes just happen to be facing your direction. Edit. Spelling. That awkward moment when you zone back in and you are staring at someone you don't know that wasn't in front of you a moment ago, and they are looking back at you. Sorry, I was wondering if I could conquer 12th century England with a single firearm and zoned out. I've often wondered this, but more in terms of how many people you'd need. People then weren't all stupid and credulous. Obviously they'd be amazed and terrified by your assault rifle, but they'd examine a body and quickly figure out roughly what you had. Then they'd get you with a cavalry charge. You could definitely do it with a tank just because of how ridiculously intimidating it would be. Turn up at the capital or whatever castle the monarch lives in. Blow a few things to pieces. And just demand surrender. However, at some point you'd have to get out of the tank. Edit. Okay, that is a lot of replies. Eek. Interestingly, opinions range from it absolutely would not work at all to it couldn't fail. With stuff like guns and tanks, it's better to play the religious angle. Show off you miraculous power that God gave you to rule over normal men. If our balls are itchy, we don't actually scratch them. Instead we rely on clever little pinchers to the nutsack. Guys also like to be walked up to and asked out. Happened to me once, but it was another dude who thought I was gay. Still flattering, felt good. My current girlfriend, soon to be fiancé, asked me out. We worked at the same company, and she just came up to me and said, "Hey Justy Burger, I think you and I should go get dinner tonight." I asked her who else was going, and she said, "I think it'd be nice if it was just you and me." So yay, that was pretty cool. There is a guy at my office I really want to ask out, and he might have just given me the courage to do it. Folded hands, medium skin tone. Edit. Not sure if anyone will see this, but today I talked to him casually for a few minutes at lunch. Our first time talking, we've only smiled at each other until now. And before he left the office later in the day, he stopped by my desk and asked me out. Yay. A girl from high school asked me if I wanted to grab a beer one night after we bumped into each other one day. It was a good evening. Nice to catch up. Shared some nachos. When we were wrapping up, she asked, "Do you want to grab a 12-pack and watch a movie? We're married now. Ask the dude out." As a favor, I worked on a girl's car one time and got pretty dirty. Afterwards, she asked me if I wanted to come inside and take a shower. I told her no, because I hadn't brought any clean clothes to put on after the shower. She just kinda giggled. Yeah, us guys aren't exactly too bright when it comes to reading between the lines. Reading between the lines? Hell, I couldn't even read the lines themselves because I am a goddamn idiot. Friend of mine calls up and says, "Hey, our friend so-and-so is basically stuck at our apartment for most of the day while we're at work. Could you maybe come by and keep her company?" I figured, sure. I kinda knew her and I'd heard from an otherwise unreliable source that she was into me. And I thought she was decidedly attractive as well, but didn't think anything of it. I was just going over to hang out a bit. We watched some movie and chat a bit. No big deal. She asks if I could give her a back rub and I say sure. Why not? In the middle of it, she says, "Hey, should I take my shirt off?" Me. Oh, no, that's fine. I think I'm managing okay, aren't I? A while later, I think maybe she wanted to frick me. Whoops. Oh well. Turns out I'm gay anyway. Similar story for me. In 9th grade, my friend and I were hanging out with a third friend, who was a girl I had a crush on. Eventually she invites us back to her house to continue hangs. And turns out her parents are out of town and her older brother was staying with his girlfriend. So it's just the three of us. We watch some crap on TV and eventually my friend says it's getting late and he has to go home. So he does, and now it's just me and her sitting on the couch watching Seinfeld. Eventually she turns to me and says, "Would you like to see my new bathing suit?" In my brain, I thought she meant she would go get it, bring it back in her hands, and hold it out and show it to me. I really wasn't interested in that scenario. So I said nah. She said, oh, okay. We watched TV for another 20 minutes, then I went home. I figured out what she meant 11 years later. That physically hurt me. A girl told me if I wanted to see her new tattoo that's on her upper thigh. I said hell yes. She proceeded to show me a sketch of it from her phone. Gag. I was in 11th grade and a girl I was seeing invited me over to hang out. We were alone at her house, in her bedroom, and she asked me if it bothered me that she was not a virgin. I said no, and continued being a virgin. Or bro, that sucks. Rip younger you. Bought a new car. Girl told me the back seat had a lot of space to do whatever. Told her the trunk had more space and showed her it. She left because she had class. On the way home I realized what she meant and I co-blocked myself. Edit. Wow guys, thanks for the upvotes. Older me has learned my lesson and no longer making those mistakes. Edit again. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. Wowie. Haha, oh man, you may have also accidentally threatened her too. Did she walk away in a rush? Hey, if you think that backseat is cool, come check out this hole I just dug. Quote. How many nights have you laid awake replaying this what if in your mind? I've lost count. Tuesday, Johnny Mopper shows up to do plumbing work. Woman opens door wearing negligees. Sorry mom, I'll come back later. A Friday evening, a tenant calls saying her and her friend can't get the electricity to work. Two young women are in the apartment. They are scantily clad. One whispers to the other, he's as good looking as you said. Johnny Mopper asks what the problem is. One says this isn't working and holds up a Hitachi magic wand. Johnny Mopper presses the button and the vibrator roars to life. Problem seems to be fixed. The ladies invite him to stay a while and have some wine and hang out. Just in case. That's alright. Don't want to intrude. And he politely leaves the pouting girls behind. Etc. *Edit. I had misread a question he was answering as, how many times has this happened to you? And that his answer was too many to count, which got the imagination hamsters spinning. Life of Johnny Mopper. Edit. I'm creating the subreddit as we speak. Edit 2. Subreddit is up and running. Please feel free to post text posts and have fun. D. We desperately want you to toss us things instead of just handing them to us. When I asked my husband for confirmation on this, he said, hee, yay, it's fun to catch things. Oh good. I throw stuff at my husband all the time and often wondered if I was being silly. Now I wonder if I should throw even more stuff. Okay, toss not throw, unless I am whoosh. The witch's kiss when your dick touches the toilet bowl while you're taking a dump. Then there's Poseidon's kiss when the splashback touches your butt. Then there is Medusa's stare when you look in the mirror while rubbing one out. Then there's a lady's kiss, which is rather unfamiliar to me. Because looking at yourself makes you rock hard. Yes. Do you like Huey Lewis and the News? Thanks for watching LWIAR 2. The best of all time /AskReddit submissions and comments. If you like this video, check out the original LWIAR channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe.